Are we back? Are we back, bro? Are we back? Try to refresh, guys. Try to refresh the stream. Cool. I have no idea what happened. Yag, welcome to the stream, Yag. You got it right on time. So we fixed that bug, hopefully. I don't know what happened, guys. I was just talking to you guys. Everything went black. All my screens went black. One Unity crashed. One of my Unity crashed. Yeah, see? Unity is completely black. One completely crashed. One is completely black now. Let me close this one. Close that. I'm gonna try reopen. And I got, after when the screens came back, said, oh, VLC just crashed. So I tried to restart VLC, and then says VLC, it's already running. I went to my task manager right here, and I killed it, right? I killed it, and then I restarted again. When OBS restarts, again, all the screens went black and then messed up. And then the third time I tried, I said, oh, I'm gonna have to restart the computer, right? And then I tried one more time before that, and then we are back. I have no idea why that happened. Besides the fact that I was messing around with overclock earlier today, maybe that could be the culprit. But I messed up with overclocking, and I went back to the same exact overclock that I had before, right? So all good. My laptop's been doing that recently. Yeah, I don't think it has nothing to do with the overclock. I lost my backup desktop. 4 times, dude. Yeah, the only thing that I was mentioning to you guys and was the other day I did a Windows update, and I don't know if you guys remember, the other day we had a huge problem in the stream where my audio was completely messed up, and that was after the Windows update. Today we were getting the Windows sounds going through the stream, and I had those sounds. Normally I have Windows sounds completely disabled. For some reason they were back enabled. I don't know. Well, hopefully we are good. Let me, just for a good measurement, let me close Visual Studio and reopen here. You never know. I don't know what causes. I think, you know what? I'm gonna disconnect my digital audio here just because I'm not using it. Hello? Yeah, we are good. So I disconnected the digital audio. Now we're going through the audio analog. Okay, looks like we are back to the races with the game I played. I'm doing good, Yag. I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? Where new gun today was getting. Yeah, Las Vegas was crazy, Mortal. I'm guessing that now you know what happened, but yeah, people were going haywire at everything I'm not using. Yeah, this computer here is pretty clean in terms of what I have installed on it. It's pretty clean, right? So I think we were going to test it. Where is the drop manager? I think we added this back to it. We add that back, and we were going to test it again. So let's do that. I am finally able to catch you. Yeah, thanks, man. Are you going to college pretty soon? I'm taking it, or you don't have college today? Okay, let's... Hopefully you guys that just got here, hopefully you guys got a good weekend. Did you got something interesting done this weekend? I pretty much work in the game and work fixing computers. That's probably my weekend. And then I got a couple hours to relax today. First practice, not going to write anything on the computer. Use that inventory system you made for me. Thanks for doing my job for me. I'm glad it worked, Mortal. I'm glad it worked, man. It's pretty cool. Software issue. Yeah. I'm glad that worked for you, Mortal. Doing your work for you? No, man. I can bet you that I did not. Maybe I point you in the right direction. Right? Raw meat, door blueprint. Door blueprint, raw meat, huh? So we're still having that caching issue. Why is this happening to me? Is this real life? I should call a programmer and see if someone can help me. Raw meat, door blueprint. I should have a programmer phone number and say, hey, do your job for me. Do my job for me. Oh boy. Drop item. That would be not it. And that has nothing to do with the caching. This is just changing. So now we are back to the previous code that we had. Let's save that. Webcomics. Why you think it would not get traffic? You think people will not go to it? I don't know, but I think it would get traffic. Probably would not get traffic in the beginning. What? I may have logged in with the wrong person here. This one is always me. And the other client is the me one. Is this correct? Oh, the pistol I have with this guy. I was thinking like, where's my pistol? What? Jeff is getting confused. There we go, that's our pistol. Let's see. So now we have the exact code that we had before, right? And was working. So did I change anything else? Do you guys remember if I changed something? Cooked meat, campfire. Okay. Campfire, cooked meat. Yeah. So we have the issue. Come on. Campfire. Yep. We still have the issue. And why is that? Ranked high enough? Yeah, but just the fact you have there, Master, like if you have the website and you keep telling people here and there, it will probably start like showing up on Google and that type of thing, you know? It's just like, it takes a while. I think any website will take a while, unless if you're super popular, let's say you're a huge YouTuber or something, and then you create a website and you start sending people there, then probably you would get traffic quick. But like normally it will take time, right? I believe any website will take time, unless if maybe you pay for advertisement, that type of thing. Oh, silly Jeff, silly Jeff, please, can a developer help me? Can a developer help me? I am going silly mode. And that, if I know how to write, oops, if I know how to write C# still, return that, remove that, that one, we don't need those, and we probably don't need, yeah, the database here. Where is this guy? We don't need that any longer. Reddit comics. Inferno Game Dev. Welcome to the stream, man. Not much, just working on the barrels, and then as soon as I finish with these barrels, I'm gonna jump back to the inventory. Yeah, you could create, you literally could create a website and... One second, hi. Create a website and then go to Reddit, tweet about it, tell people about it, you know, little by little. Item, cop item. So do action. So let's do base item. Oh, I see. I see. I see what's happening. So we were using this base item. Item. And so we need that guy because we are kind of like using this item to break the references. Inventory still? Yeah, dude. That inventory is gonna take a while. It's being a pain, but it's gonna take a while until I find the best way to go about it. And the biggest problem with that inventory is the server is adding items to it and the player is adding items to it, right? That's the biggest issue. When you have like an inventory that's controlled through the network, and in that sense where you have, let's say, the campfire is burning and it's creating charcoal, and every minute or whatever, the server it's creating charcoal and add that item to the inventory in the server. At the same time is sending updates to the client so we can see the number of the stack grow, right? But the player could literally drag something else to that inventory. The client should send a signal to the server and say, hey, this item just got added. So I'm trying to get all this working well all together, and this is like the mainly issue, because I was getting The first issue was that we were getting like a loop. So when the server added, an event was fired, will be sent to the client would add the item, that item would fire an event and then send that back to the server. So we kind of solved that issue. But then we had another issue that, and that's particular to Unity, right? That when I run this editor here, I'm running as a client and as a server, right? But for this instance, if this is the server, I would not need to run the client code, right? Because if I am the client and I drag something to the inventory, that item, it's already in the server. It doesn't need to be sent again, right? But since we in Unity we were hosting running this as a host, that would run both codes, and that was like duplicating the items. It's just like a nightmare, and I'm trying to fix all these issues, right? So item is equal to that. Transactions timestamps. Well, it's not really the timestamps because we have only one client interacting with the inventory at a time. So I would not have two players working in the same inventory, but I have the server and the player that could be changing things. I still don't have a good solution for it, but you know, we're gonna get that eventually. Equals to value. Now our errors should be gone. If we go back here, we can just do that. So we are just doing this here because we want to break the references, right? Save all that. I never recommend having the player and the server operating different than the real client. Right, because this is just for testing, right? If I was going to be running a server and then having to run the clients, and then every time that I change something, I would have to compile a server, run the server to test it, that would be crazy. That's why I'm using host mode. Because otherwise, it would be, imagine I change a code, I would have to go and compile a server, run that server, and then I would be able to come here and run it every time I change code. So that's why I'm running a host at this moment. Yeah. Yeah. There is a lot of things that I agree with everything you said. But there's a reason why I'm doing this right now. Just to make my life easier. To test it, right? I don't want to have to be... But the real game, you would have a server. And at least for the pre-alpha, I would be compiling a server and then creating a client that you guys would use. And that client would be only the client. And then the server... everybody will be connecting to it, and the server would have no client, will be just server. But for development, would be nuts having to compile a server every time. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to add prediction and movement, all that type of stuff. That's not even done yet. I always compile a server. Now I do like this. So when I click play in this guy, this runs the server and runs the client in the same machine. And this one right here, this is literally just a client. It makes my life harder in terms of coding, but it makes it faster for testing, right? And it's good, I'm learning, you know. I'm learning things. Cooked meat, shotgun blueprint, okay. Door blueprint. Okay, so now it's working the way that's supposed to. Now we are not caching anything in the client. Now wherever the server tells the client drops. Wall blueprint. Yeah, looks like it's working now. And I was thinking right now, I think I'm gonna have to have code to handle that, right? Now that I'm thinking about, yeah, now it's working. Now that I'm thinking about, I need to have that type of thing working in this game because I want you guys to be able to start up the game, you know, later down the road. I want you guys to start up the game, and I want you guys to go and host and play and say, hey, I just want to play with a couple friends, and I'm gonna be sending them my IP and my port, right? And then you would play. So this machine right here would be running as a host, so your friends would be able to connect to it. Like, because it would be a pain. Imagine, oh, if you want to play with the friends, you need to install a server in the machine, and then having that machine running the server, and then you run the clients in a different machine. So this way it would be super easy and say like, oh, I want to play with, I don't know, this and that person. We're just gonna be playing around a little bit. I just put the name here, click pay. I unchecked is public, so it's not going to be listed in this, right? And then I tell the guys, hey, this is my IP, this is my port. The guys will be able to play it, right? And if I want to connect to a server that is running, I could connect here. And I'm probably gonna give you guys a version of the game that's just the server. So literally, if you wanna buy or rent like a Linux box just to run the server, then you can just grab that version, put in there, and you're done. The last time that I tested my server, I tested in a Raspberry Pi. So the Raspberry Pi was actually running my server. And at least for 2 clients, it was running just fine. I need some door blueprints. In a Raspberry Pi, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Copy item. Let me see here if I clean this code. I wish I had a separate machine for server, yeah. Yeah, right, but the problem is, in this case, let me tell you something here. This is what happens. Let me see if I can explain it better. So this is the host. Let me see if you can see the issue. So right here, this is the client, right? But as soon as we open this inventory, if we drag something to it, this, it's already in the server inventory. It's the same machine, it's the same inventory. There would be no need to say, hey, make a request to the server and see that our weapon is still here. That's one of the issues that's happening, right? Because if we are in this guy here, and this guy is only the client, we need to send a message to the server, because if this guy drags an item from here to that inventory, I need to tell the server, hey, an item just was added. It's different than if we are here. If we are here, we are in the server. The changes that we are making, it's in the server. If I put this thing in there, it's already in the server inventory. Pollution of separation of client and server. Yeah. But that's the issues, you know, that we need to fix it. That's what we need to fix it. So, and on Unity, we have is server, and we can check is client, right? Is server. So let's do if is server or is client, right? So to check if we are a host, we can do this. If not that, if this. So if is server and is client, because in that editor, if we say is server, that editor is going to say, yep, I'm the server. If I say is client, I'm going to say, yep, is client. So the only way to know if we are the host is if both of these variables are true. So this is how I'm checking now. So I'm checking if this is a host, I don't need to do anything, right? Because if I add an item to the inventory, automatically the item will be pushed to this client. And I don't need to fire an event to the server because we are sitting on the server. So this is kind of like how I am kind of like decoupling the server and client, but it's really difficult with Unity because the server code and the client code, they kind of like go in like in tandem together. It's really difficult to separate on Unity the client and the server, right? Kind of like me midway through class. Yeah. Crazy dude. So let me remove this. We don't need that anymore. That's one of the issues, guys. What you can do, you can add symbols. So this is the server code, right? So this is the server code and this is the client code. We could even make a method here, public void client code, and then do client code, right? And then we could have symbols that would say if is server or something, or if is client. I think you guys got the idea. I would compile this code to the client, right? I think this is how even Rust does it. I think I was reading something that Rust, the developers of Rust, they were talking about. This is how they do with Unity. They just have symbols, and they only compile the client code. You know, that's how they do this separation. But really, besides this, I don't know if there is any other different way of doing it. And if, right? So if you're building a server, you would only put in a build like this code right here, right? And then if you're building a client, then the only code that will be put in that build will be the code inside here, right? Because besides that, like, try imagine, like, even if you're, let's say if you're using a high-level API where you have commands, you have RPC calls, how do you even separate that code? It's just not possible. Unless if I'm going crazy and there's a way to do it, but I don't think it does. The whole thing, autosave isn't even crashes. Damn. Let me see, Mystic. I got your link here, man. Yeah, so that's the issues, guys. But this is not the server we're looking for. What happened? Did you saw that? For a second, I had Windows 7. I still have the blue here. See the Windows 7 bars? That's just nuts. My computer doesn't know if he is a Windows 7 or a Windows 10. So like, I'm gonna pretend I'm Windows 7. Now I'm gonna pretend I'm Windows 10. Like, what's happening? All my windows are like that. Watch this. That's not a Windows 7 like frame. That's a Windows 7. Dude. That's just insane. My task manager is Windows 10. My computer doesn't know what to do anymore. The task manager is Windows 10, right? This other window right here is Windows 7. What? Something I need to reinstall Windows on this computer, guys. That's what I need to do. Dude. Drop a ball. Okay, I'm gonna test one more. If we are good, I'm gonna jump back to work in the inventory. If we are good with these drops here, I'm going back to the inventory, guys. The known never-ending fixing. Drop manager. Remove that. Just want to double check because I was adding these random IDs here because we were having an issue where we were adding items to the inventory and they had the same ID. So let me comment that out. This is just the force for the drop. Okay. Save that. Hitmax! Welcome to the stream, man. And start this site to revert back to childhood. I am seriously thinking, I was even thinking this weekend, I said, you know, hey, I need to, because I do every 6 months. Every 6 months, I completely raise my computer and I reinstall everything. But that's a pain. You guys know what I'm talking about. You need to reinstall all the editors. You need to reinstall Steam. You need to download your games again. You need to install OBS. You need to install Unity. And a ton of other things that you forget about it. Like Discord. Like every little thing that I don't even remember right now, but sometimes I use it. Blender. I need to reinstall Blender. So it's just a pain having to do that. So I guess that's why I keep like waiting and waiting, you know. Creaked. Good night, man. Welcome to the stream. Do your installation and save a drive image. Yeah. Well, I have everything. I have all the games and everything that's important to me. I have backed up in the server. So literally, I could wipe this computer clean. All my data, I would have that, right? The game code, documents, videos, music, all that is saved on the server. But the thing is, you need to reinstall everything. That's the pain. Right? Your game files. Yeah, no, my game I have it backed up in 3 different places. Right? I just don't have a offsite backup at this point, but I'm really thinking. I have 3 different backups, but they are in my house. If my house catch on fire, then I may lose everything. So that's why I was thinking to have like a offsite copy, you know. But that's kind of like, I hope my house don't catch on fire, right? Because otherwise I will be having like bigger things to worry about. I know that the game's a big thing for me, but if my house would be on fire, then I would be sleeping under the bridge probably. You know. Raw meat door blueprint. Let's see if this is still working. Clay Cree. Welcome to the stream, my friend. By the way, guys, if you guys are new here, I'm gonna post the Discord if you guys use that shotgun blueprint. I'm gonna post the Discord link in a second if you guys want to join. Just give me a moment. I think we are done with these barrels, at least for now. There's more things I want to do to them, but I think for now, stairs, you, water. Okay, let's try one more and then we're good. Oh, yeah, thanks for the link, yeah. Appreciate it, man. Rainbow! Dude. Thanks for the host, Rainbow. I don't know if you're there, but if you are, thank you so much. Everybody coming from Rainbow. Welcome, guys. Rainbow, my man! You're fast, dude! How you do these things? Tell me. How did you talk in 10 streams at the same time, and then you host and you're automatically in the chat? That's just pure magic to me. Thanks for the host, man. Appreciate it. Everybody coming from Rainbow. Welcome, guys. Unlimited ammo? Yeah. No, I don't, but that's a bug. That's a bug that we need to fix, though. But I don't have unlimited ammo. Is that every time that I close the game and I reopen the game, the bullets, my clip is full. So I'm not saving the clip after I use like 4 or 5. If I quit the game and I restart, my clip is full again. So that's one bug. Multiple monitors, keyboard shortcuts, all the above. Dude, you're like a Twitch ninja. Twitch ninja, man. Why don't ever invite us to Discord? Well, I think Yag posted the link earlier, right? I do invite you guys, but I forget. I don't want to be rude. Pure magic. Yeah, Rainbow again, man. Thanks for the host. Have a good one, man. Appreciate it. Appreciated the host, man. Where is that line that I just right here? That's what I was looking for. So that's done. Let me just comment this out. We don't need that debug anymore. We don't need that. Let's skip this just in case, so we remember what we were doing. Set up network handlers. Then call, send server request. Nope, that's not being used anymore. Done. Yeah, Control C, Control V. There we go, man. I think Control C and Control V. Oh, I do Control X. Control C, Control V, and Control X. Those are the shortcuts that I use the most. I guess Control C, Control V, Control X, Control Shift up, Control Shift down, and Control KD. Yeah, those are the ones that I use the most. Okay, we are done with the barrels. They are working. If I didn't break any code. So let's go back to our inventory here, guys. Inventory Network Manager. We have a bunch of garbage here, everywhere. But let's start debugging this puppy. Thanks for the shower, Clay Cree. Appreciate it, man. I got the link, Mortal. Come on. Are we going to crash again? Everything's messed up. Dude, look! Now we... Dude, look at that face! That's the part right here. Watch. That's the part when the code works and you don't know how it's working. Right now. That's the part. But see guys, now my Firefox thinks that's running on Windows 7. Now it's back to Windows 10. I have no clue what's happening in this planet. No clue, dude. He looks possessed. I cannot even pronounce it, dude. So we were using the filter blah here. I know it's a really good filter. Let's use that. Let's keep using that one. So let's do blah. And then let's do blah here so we can see what's happening with the inventory. Okay. So it looks like our campfire is off because we have no space on it. So then it turns off. Let's turn back on. New character. I got the link, man. Oh, dude. When do you think he's gonna finish? It's looking good. I like the hair. Did you do the hair as well? That looks hard, man. Yeah, my computer is crazy. They look super good, man. I like your characters. So 5, 6. So, see? Here, everything works. And we don't even need to send client updates because we are the host, right? So, let's see if we can fix that issue first. So right here, inventory CRUD, if we are the server, we do things and we send, let me close this. Where are we sending? Oh, we are not sending at this moment. So I think we are doing that directly in the handler. So if we are the server, we run the code, and when we run Unity as a host, we have the server and the client together. So literally, when we update this in the server side, we are updating the item in the inventory in the server. We don't need to send a message to the server. But if we are the client, we should be sending a message to the server, right? So in the host, this should be running. So debug.log. Let's do our filter, blah. Returning, this is the host. Don't need to update client. And we are only sending a message to one client, right? So if there's a campfire, the campfire is burning, the server is doing the burn. The server is adding charcoal to it. If there is no one interacting with that campfire, no messages are sending through the network related with that inventory. So there is no updates for that inventory. Even though we could have 10 players around the campfire, if there is no one with the campfire open, there's no updates being sent through the network. As soon as someone opens the inventory for that campfire, then the updates start being sent and only sent to that player. So that's one way to do it. Instead of doing spatial management, I'm just detecting if there is someone interacting with it, the campfire. If there is an interaction with it, yes, send update. Let's say you have a client, you open the campfire is burning, the server is adding charcoal to it. I need to see the count of the charcoal going up in the client. So if I have the UI open, the server will be saying, hey, this is updating, right? As soon as I close that, the server said there is no one interacting, no updates are needed. When I open, the server actually updates everything in the campfire and show you the correct items. So this in the host side should be avoided. We don't need to do this because right here, right? If we did that, and since we are in host mode on Unity, that's when the duplication of items would happen. So we would add the item here, and then since we are the client, right? We would edit the item again. So we don't want to do that. Let's see if that's being called. .2017.3 beta is out. So do we have a 2017.2 now? Unity 3D download. What's the version that we get now? So try personal. Yeah, we still have 2017.1.1. So where's 2017.2? Are they going to jump that release and just make it 2017.3D stable? 3D beta. Download installer. That's still 2017.2 though. Where do they have 2017.3? I'm confused. I'm so done with beta. Yeah, I don't want to install betas anymore. I only installed 2017 beta because of the profile update, the .NET profile update. I didn't even needed that in my game, but I did because, you know, oh, I wanted a new profile, right? A new .NET profile. Not needed. So see, right here, I am on top of the campfire. I am not receiving anything from the server. The server is still cooking and still adding charcoal to the campfire. As soon as I open the campfire, I should be getting, there we go. And since we are the host, we don't need run any code because just by being the host, we get the updates for free here. So I think this is going to be a really good way of fixing the issue. And as soon as I close it, we still run the server code, but that client call is not being done anymore, right? Check the link. I got the link. Hitmax, 1 second, man. The only thing that I'm looking forward to 2017.3 is the assemblies, right? The custom assemblies. Oh, so you download from here. Yeah, but that takes you to... I don't get it. Latest... This says latest beta. Download installer. Did it download already? If I do this one, it takes me there. Archive tab. Yeah, but download the latest beta. Archive. Oh, so you need to go to the archive tab. Huh. Beta 2. Yeah, the only reason 2017.3 is interesting. Unity 3D. At least it... Well, it was supposed to be in 2017 too. Then they delayed for 2017.3, right? And I'm talking about the custom assemblies. Right here. Custom script assemblies. And it's grayed out. So I don't even know if they're going to be releasing in 2017.3. This is something that I'm really looking forward to it. But it's not even in... It looks like it's gray. What the gray means? At risk, delayed, on track. What gray means? They don't even have a definition for gray. They're like, we don't know. Right? We have no idea when that's gonna be implemented. What's custom assemblies? Custom assemblies is something that will make... you know that you have... So when you're compiling your game, or when you're working in your game, you have different assemblies. So your plugins folder is a different assembly than the other folders that you have in your game, right? And what happens is the code that you have in your game, when you're changing it, every time you change, it needs to compile every script, but not the plugins folder. So it compiles everything, but it skips the plugins folder because that's a different assembly, right? So what they are trying to do is some sort of... you can tell Unity to create custom assemblies with kind of like code that you finish. So you can make like a namespace and have like inventory system. And then if I'm not working in that inventory system anymore, I could say make this as a... I just put a file in there and I put some settings on it. And I can say make this a separate assembly. So when I change code, my inventory system would not get recompiled. And that will make way faster. So when you change... So look this. If I go here and I change a couple of things in my code, I save, I go back to Unity, look how long it takes. Right now it's like compiling. So it's grabbing every single script in my game and recompiling them. If I had separate assemblies, the assemblies that I kind of like, I'm done working on it, they would not get recompiled unless if I was working in that assembly folder. And that will make the script compilation way faster. And by the way, Unity Coder, welcome to the stream, my man. So that's that. Let's do let's continue with our same filter in there. Okay. And I want to say, I want to know which type of operation is being done here. So it will be net message dot, no, that's just a message. Message dot operation type. I want to know which operation is happening. All right. The Marine TV. I really like how in depth he's getting to explain this. Welcome to the stream, man. Guys, I'm sorry if I repeat myself so many times. I think, and thanks for the follow, man. Marine TV, thanks for the follow, man. I think because I kind of know why. It's because English, it's not my my first language, right? So sometimes I'm not sure if I'm explaining that correctly or if I'm using the right words. And it's even worse when I'm streaming, because if I am talking to someone and explaining something, the person is gonna nod or the person is gonna ask me something else, or so I don't repeat myself as much. But when I'm streaming, I am explaining to you guys. If you guys, like when Clay Chris says that, oh thanks, I say okay, I don't need to talk anymore, right? Because like he got it. But I don't see you guys, so I say like, am I explaining right? Like, you know, so I tend to repeat myself. I'm sorry, guys. Welcome back, Master. Okay, let's see now which type of operation we are getting in here. So we're getting an update and a stack. And I think we are getting the update for the wood and we are getting the stack for the charcoal. Let me actually add the item name in there. Item. So message. Oh, I don't have it, the object here yet. Dot. But we have the item class type. That probably gonna give us an idea which item is doing what operation. Nice stick version. I think the only thing that I can draw is a stick figure. And that's already pushing it. That's already pushing my artistical skills, if you can say that. The new Unity asset store? No. I'm gonna even stop the game now. Copy. The new Unity asset store? What? That's the normal asset store. That's the normal. What is new to it? That's how I remember. You're crazy, Mystic. You're crazy, dude. What's the difference? You don't want to see it? Dude, like, it's about of time Unity does something. And by the way, the area where you go to download the packages, like the search, it's just, you can find things easier if you Google Unity Asset Store and then you type something. That finds things better than if you're searching on the asset store. That's my experience. Okay, let me see here. Let's just go in there and see. Let me try to clean my cache. Let me leave this thing doing things in there. So let me close my Firefox. What? Now I am back to Windows 7. My computer is messed up, man. Am I gonna have to kill this thing? Can I? How? Now this is stuck in my screen, dude. Can I close you? No, I cannot. What's happening? I'm not. Use Chrome. Well, I use Chrome. I have Chrome used, but there's a bunch of stuff open on it. Spans. I'm working on the inventory right now, man. Welcome to the stream. And my computer is just going insane. I'm afraid to... Can I just kill? Because I have 4 Firefox running. What is that all about? And I cannot kill that process? Firefox. Now it's gone. Let me see if I can reopen. Dude, and today my computer crashed earlier, so... Okay, let me see here. History. Clear history. Clear now, everything. Right. It's still the same. Ctrl-Shift-R. It's still the same for me. They may, you know what could be? They may have different servers where they push to production, and maybe when you search, depending the area that you live, you're gonna be hitting one server. Maybe that server got the update already. Maybe the server that I'm trying to, it didn't got the update. You know, still that server is still the old cache. Let me see. I got your link, Mystic. That could be one reason. Yeah, I don't see it like that at all, you guys. Yeah, I don't see like that. You can switch to beta or off from beta? What? Set store. How can I switch to beta? So why do they give me a link for the same exact thing? Read more. It still takes me to the... What? Oh, so I see it. I can see it here. But if I go to it... Do they have a link anywhere here? So it looks like it's the same link. Or maybe you need to be logged in. Maybe. Maybe. I got the link. Unity Coder. Yeah, I think you probably need to be logged in. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out later. So that's good. That's good that I was playing around, because we got update, we got the stack, and since our stack here got full, now we got an ad. Hopefully you guys can see here, an ad for this new one. So if I remove that, Let's clear. We should get an add. Yep. So we got an update for here. And we got an add. The next one should be stack. Yep. So we are getting the events that we want. Why are we not getting the delete though? We are getting the remove as well. Okay. So let's double check that. The removal, it is working. Okay. And if I add, that's putting the item back in there. So if I put that there, what? Wait a second, guys. Because you saw it the first time I did it, the item was here. Let me split. Now what's gonna happen? It's still working. And the item got there. Okay, let me remove that. Split. Update, add. And then stack in the first one. So that's working the way that it was supposed to. Let me take that away. Take this out. Let me put this back in there. So see? We got the issue here. Monten! Welcome to the stream, man. I'm sorry I missed your chat in there. Welcome, dude. How you doing? All you guys' names today are in the same color. There's 3 people with red names, at least for me. So Syrian is red, Master is red, Monten is red, Spence is red, the Marine is red. So there's at least 5 people with red names. I need to be super careful. When we remove from one inventory, let me double check here. We recreated the item here. Power of red. Syrian, I got your link here. If stack store value. What? I don't know if I understand Hitmax. If the stack store value, then why is showing ref type to stack and value type to heap? What are you talking about? Oh, this one right here? Yes, that's correct. Change the value in D as well, because objects, they are passed by reference. So when you say that F is equals to D, you're saying that F is a reference to D. And then when you change the HP of F, that's going to be changing the HP of D because it's just a reference, right? Is that what you're talking about? That's why. That's why. The same thing here. I have that item, right? And then I say base item, item A equals item. If I do item A, well, that's not the same case because now we are going to another class. But if I had something like .name in here is equal to something else, right? Then I would be changing the name in both of those things. It's different though. It's different with the string. If I have a string A equals to Jeff, right? And then I have a string B equals to Joe, and then I do string C equals to A, and I do C equals to, I don't know, Jess. That would not change the value of A, because that's a primitive type. That's why. And maybe I'm wrong, but I believe any language that has OOP, that like object-oriented language, normally the objects are passing by reference, right? And this is one of the reasons that here barrel drop manager, let me see here, I think was in this one here. No, it was in the Control T item pickup maybe. So this, it's pretty much what I'm doing, because this item here, it's a class, right? If I want to create a new item and I want to break the references, this cop item actually creates, it does a bunch of other things, but it makes a copy of that item but breaks the reference. So if I change things now in this item, it's not change the references that it's coming from it, right? So that's why I do this silly thing here. It's literally to break the reference. So I was going to check this out. Let me stop that, and I want to see the remove here. And I'm going to try that with the small loot box just to see if we get the same issue with the loot box. Maybe our problem is with returning to owner. Yeah, that's one thing that we did already, Mountain. We are not running, if we are running this editor here as a host, we are not running the client code anymore. That was duplicating things, but I think this is a different problem. This is probably an event that's being triggered, or an event that's, yeah, it's pretty much an event that's being triggered and it should not be triggered for some reason. Or it has to do with references. You know, maybe I'm still keeping the reference of the inventory that's coming from, and then for some reason that's adding back to the inventory. So we need to break those references, right? So if I take this blueprint and I put here, remove item fired, so why is this happening? Oh boy, I remember. Inventory. Where is that line? Where is that line that I commented out? Damn, it's gonna be hard to find it. It's going to be hard to find it. Let's try remove. And I comment that line out because I was thinking like, why do I need that line in there? Now I know why do I need that line in there. I did remove it, right? Generate drop. No. What? Nah, inventory. It does duplicate master. I don't think it's just a visual. Oh. I don't think it's just visual, man. Let's do a Control F here. Remove. Where is that line? We don't even need this anymore. At least we don't need that dirty bit anymore. As far as I remember, we don't need that. See? That's what happened last time. Oh, we don't need that. Just gonna remove it. But... okay, let me double check that. Are we doing any network overrides here? No, we were doing, but we are not anymore. So yeah, that's not needed. So let's comment that out. Generate drop, remove. CRUD. So it looks like that was moved to the network manager for this version of the inventory. On remove item from inventory. One second, guys. Add internal. Damn, where was that? Okay, we don't need that anymore. Okay, let's do something here. Control T. What? My computer is going crazy right now. Let's do event messenger. If debug. This is gonna be nuts right now. You guys want to see how many events do I have going on? So just wait for it. Want to double check how many events are being fired in there. Yeah, Master, you send me the link on my Whisper. On my Whisper. You whispered the link to me? Okay, let me put my filter here. My computer is crazy. Event. Okay. Let me check here. Okay, I got your link. If I understand the joke, If I understand the joke to begin with, man. I don't know if I understand it, dude, but... So this is what you've been doing with these stick figures, dude? I don't know if I really get it. See all the events that are being fired? See? It's pure events, man. This game is like nothing happens if you don't have an event. Everything is based on events. So let's put this guy in there. Okay, let me stop. Let me double check what just happened. Event remove item from inventory. Event inventory item removed. Event add item to inventory. Event UI inventory changed. Event inventory item added. Event inventory items refreshed. UI change. This is probably for the slots of that. So every slot send an event say, hey, I changed if you care about that. Inventory item added. So this is the problem. This is happening twice. One time in there, one time in there. Right? Because, and I think this is the issue of being a host and a client in the same machine. But that's related with other events. Right? If we do that in the client, we are good. Come on. This kind of reminds me of a more realistic, less developed version of Arc. I like Arc. I wanna add some features from Arc. They're gonna be they're gonna work a little bit different, but they are from Arc. Okay. So if I add this one here, see, it doesn't get copied in there. As soon as I close this guy, and we got an exception here. Oh, I see. So let's fix that. See that? Let's fix that one. Index out of range. So the serialization here is going like way over than what we can send. So this is what we're gonna do. Let me put this back to false. And then we deal with that in a second. First, let's fix that serialization. Close that one. Dinosaurs, aren't you? Dinosaurs. Yeah, it's something, it's something, man. It's something, cannot tell you. But it's something. Something's gonna be from Arc. Straight out of Arc. So item data type, we're going to be changing that. We are going to be changing that guy. What's your longest time not leaving the house? I don't know. I would say, I have no idea, but I would say like maybe 2 weeks. Something like that. I think that would be the longest. What do you guys? How long did you guys stay in the house? I would say 2 weeks, but that's a guess, right? Dinosaurs confirmed. We'll make shaders for food. What I was going to test here, guys. Oh, I was going to search for something. Network item. That's kind of what I was thinking about. So I have it now. Looks like we need an inventory operation. And let's do base item. So we could... Oh, I cannot have choose signatures for a constructor? What are you talking about? Oh, I can. So this would be... This will be item base data ID. This is kind of like the runtime data, right? Item base data operation. It's just a different way of doing it. Well, let's leave it. I was thinking like, oh, we don't even need this way, but let's just keep going since we are doing this. Let's just keep doing it. I didn't even start working on this, so don't get excited. We don't have levels. Don't even think about it. That's the problem with that. We don't have the type of the item here. Regret reposting. What you guys are going crazy about? Is this like PG-13 or what? You guys are funny, dude. So this needs to go. And this item class type is equal to item dot get type. I think name will be fine. And this will be equals to unknown, because this looks like we are using this one to retrieve an item, right? The operation will be retrieve for references. Oh, I see. We are just using this if we need to create a network item, but we're just gonna create a network item and we're gonna fill those ourselves, right? If we need a empty version of this, we could say, yeah, that's fine. Now let's fix that, because there was another classes calling that method, passing a base data. Now we have changed it to base item. So let's fix those. I need to drink more water. There we go. Item. And it looks like the old CRUD, we were using that. So that's just insane that I did all this work and now the new code is getting similar to the old code. That's not just crazy? And that was the old code. And I say, oh, I got an idea. I'm gonna make a network item, just send over the runtime variables. I had that a long time ago, looks like. And I even call it old CRUD. You guys can see that? CRUD old. Who uses Skype? What I was even doing here? So looks like my old code was even better than my new implementation. Dude, my old code was even better than my new implementation. Can you believe that? One thing that's better, in my old code, I would have the operation per item. In the new code, I have the operation in the message. So the message has the operation, has all the items. So all those items would do that same operation. In my old code, looks like I could have just a bunch of items and every item could have operation. So remove this one, add the other one, update this one. Oh boy. Nobody got time for that. And I'm getting hungry. I think my code is better. No kidding. Inventory ID. So I could even send items to different inventories if I wanted to. I think I'm gonna use that class now for the new code. I'm gonna change some things. Base item. Oh, this is the other thing that I want to do. I want to have a method here that's gonna be public base item get item, and that, because right here we are passing an item and kind of like getting back that struct, the network struct. And right here what I'm gonna do is, with the information I have here, I want to return that item, right? There we go. Send items to my inventory. base item, and let's do, what can we do here? So we could do ID, maybe ID, comma, item type. And then let's return that. So we create the item based on this. What this will do, let's say when we get this message in the client, we can go and grab this item from the scriptable objects database, right? We grab that from the scriptable objects database, and then we want to update this info, because all the other information at this point, at least at this point, should be the same, right? We want to change all this, the ID, current health, level, XP, and quantity. Pretty much at this point, the only variable that we really need is quantity. All these other ones here are not being used. At least these three here are not being used. So let me copy this. So let's do item dot base data dot unique ID is equal to wherever is the unique ID that we have here. Item dot base data dot owner unique ID equals to owner unique ID. Item base data dot inventory unique ID is equal to that inventory slot ID is equal to inventory slot ID. Right. Then what's the next one? So I'm cleaning it later. Mix of Dr. Pepper, Monsters. I like Monster, but I like the blue one though. I tried, I think, the green one, but the one that I like best is the blue one. So let's do item. Current XP. Just let's sync those just in case, you know, not base data dot quantity, even though we are not using them, right? So now we override those variables and then we return the item. Yoda's granddad. But we're gonna have to change our code here. Network inventory manager. Oh, so we have one more. Go to definition and here create. So let's do create stack. Create stack, retrieve and update. I think those would be the operations. I'm thinking about splitting, but that would not be the splitting operation. I'm even thinking about the stack, because the stack would be update the first item, so we decrease the quantity of that item, or yeah, the stack would be increase the quantity. So we're increasing the quantity of the first item, so we take the quantity of the item that we're putting on top of that item. We are increasing the quantity of this one, and we are removing this one. So we don't even need to have the stack operation, because that will be an update and a delete. Yeah, take your time, man. So, okay, let's just start by changing our toggle. So let us remove all the event listener here for this. So now we are just listening for the when we open and close the UI, right? Go to definition, because when we open the UI in the client, we need to ask the server, hey, we need the items for to show this inventory, right? So we're going to be using that still, but it's going to be a little different. So what are we going to do here? We are going to do network item is equal to new network item that. Okay. And then now here, Lynn is mentioned. Why you want to go to Russia? So, okay, looks like we are returning a string here. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna have let's do list of items, a new. Okay, so then after that we do items dot add, and then we're going to be doing this. Well, I was going to add this in here. This would work, right? If we just do that, but that would work, but I don't want to do that. I want to do, well, that's fine. That's fine. Because our network item is a struct. Anyways. So let's do that. Right. Oh, I got your link, Master. That's the link that Master sent over. Oh boy. Oh my Jesus. +2C today. Time May. Hi we. Welcome to the stream, man. Remove that. Encode item. Okay, that's good. So we can encode that. And that's what we want. Encode that. So we are serializing this data list here. We don't need that. And encode items. Right? Survival game by Jason. And then let's change this one right here. Right? So now we need to change this one here. So we're going to be sending the string, but instead of item data list, now we're going to have list of network item. Right? Vector data. should be a class. And this is a class. I cannot pass a generic inside a generic? No. Don't do that to me. I cannot pass a generic here. Okay, so let's do network item. That. Let's move this up. And let's do new. And then total items. And then items X gonna be equals to that. Now we are sending an array, right? Now we should be good to go here. Network item. This is gonna be even better. Even better. Network item. There we go. It's Halo soundtrack? Yeah, it is, man. Halo soundtrack. Oh my god. Is it 11 already? I should be sleeping already, dude. I need to work tomorrow morning. Really early. Those are the items already. No, it's 7 a.m. It's 7 a.m. for you, master. For me, here is 11:05. 3 hours. Yeah, and this week, guys, I'm gonna be able to stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Friday, hopefully we can make a longer stream. And then yeah, Friday we can make a longer stream. So these here, based on our implementation, should be the items dot add items list X dot get item. There we go. Looks better. Tomorrow, no, I'm not gonna be streaming tomorrow, Hitmax. Just like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So okay, here is the dealio. Now that we change this, and the code is even way better now. So we just have the network item. The network item only holds runtime changes, level, experience, item health, and that type of thing. So for each item, we create that struct, and then we encode that. Just kind of simple serialization with that thing, right? And then when we deserialize, it's even easier because now we have the implementation of get item from that struct. So when we deserialize all these to a list, and for each item on this array, we're gonna have a network item, and then we can say network item get item, and then we have our base item. We give this back to the inventory, and then we have all our items back. This is in theory. The theory is fine. Let's see if that actually works. Where's my handler here? Let's see. Jeff goes leap. No, yeah, I just wanna finish this thing. I don't wanna leave it incomplete. Player connected. Serialize. And this now you're sending the entire inventory to that serialize method. And that serialization here should be way smaller. And we are just doing a silly serialization to base 64 now, but we could be adding compression to it, like a gzip compression, that type of thing. But this is a way smaller than we had before already. So let's see if this works. Toggle request. Let me double check one thing here, guys. What's that network handler in there? Network toggle handler. Go to definition. So if we are the server, we want to do that. If it's the host, we're gonna say nope. No way, Jose. Debug.log. If I can type. .log. Let's use I think it was blah, our filter, and let's do returning. We are the host. No need to update. Because if we are the host, as soon as we run the server code, everything is gonna be synced, right? If we are not the host, then we are the client, and we are the real client. Right? Remember what I explained earlier? And then we should not be the host, and then we should add the items in the client. Let's see if that flies. We're getting there, guys. We are getting in there. No, I never saw that one, Master. Never saw that meme. Please don't crash on me. Please don't crash on me. Send vibes. It's gonna crash. It's gonna crash. And it did. Unity. Cancel. I just wanna test, dude. Project. Open project. Project blue line. Project fixing bugs. Ghost Rider. I'm leaving, man, but good morning. But I am close to be leaving. I should be done already. I should be gone already. Sorry guys, just want to test this. And then we continue tomorrow. You guys tell me, is it going to work or not? JS Tankov. Morning, man. Welcome to the stream. It worked. That's the host, though. Let's see if the items are going to be synced to the client. Let's check that. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable we did all that serialization nightmare. I am afraid right now. I am afraid that this code is working. It's something wrong with it. It cannot be. It cannot be this easy. It's never this easy, dude. Not in real life. Not in live streams. If you're doing a tutorial, that's easy. I knew it, that was not easy. Trying to load database from item type unknown. I knew it. I knew it. Type unknown. I knew that wasn't that easy. And that... So if it's working in a host, that means the problem is after this point here. Oh. Let's take a look. Let's take a look in this bad boy here. Let me comment this out. And let's say... No, that's... Let's go back. Let's go back in time here. And let's go to our network item here. Get item, create new item ID, item type, class type, Wants Unity to delete all your project and everything? Jeff isn't streaming tomorrow, so go to your appointment, yeah. It's too important to miss. This is what's happening. So now let's just return null here. Okay, so now we're gonna serialize, not serialize, but we're gonna be returning null. This is not gonna happen, and we should, let's do blah. Let's do blah. So now we should not get an exception, but we should get that. And if that's the case, then we finish tomorrow. And then we are just having some sort of issue that the item type is not being serialized correctly. Network item. It is public. Serializable. Huh. What's the issue, Tishu? What's the problemo? Let's try again. And you have for sharing stickers? What are you talking about, crazy? What you're talking about? Me1, let's add our filter here. Blah. Blah. Now what? Now what? Bam. Yep. So we get 7 items. They get deserialized to null. But now we found our problemo. Our problemo is here. And this is not gonna be hard to solve. This is just something that's not being set correctly. Right? It's kind of weird though, because we are setting everything correct here. Base data. But we're gonna have to take a look in this tomorrow. Tomorrow, another day. Tomorrow, another day of development. Series. Episode 537. Season 58. Oh boy, I'm tired of this inventory, guys. I'm tired. Who is streaming? Who is streaming that we can host? Let's do man, so much new people. Let's go here. Gonna be a surprise. Have a good night, Ghost Rider, Mohit, Syrian. That thing's program-wise nice and clean. Yeah, guys, everybody, have a good night, everyone, or a good day, depending where you live. I'm gonna play one more song and then I'm gonna be hosting someone. If you guys want to hang out for it, or if you guys want to go, have a good one, guys. I'll be streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week. You know, hopefully my schedule is still this way, so I can I stream those days. But it's pretty much guaranteed that I'm gonna be streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Clay Cree, Mohit Max. Have a good one, guys. I love you all, and see you guys Wednesday. Bye bye, guys.
For me, buddy, that's really hard because I like when I'm developing the game.
Don't talk to it, Mary.
Holy shit, Jeff Dev! What? Jeff Dev in with the fucking humongo hosties. Wow, fam, thank you so much. Die Hard or Terminator 2 are solid classics. I was never a huge fan of Die Hard films. Terminators were good. I'm a huge fan of the Alien films. Alien 1 and 2. I love all the Alien films. Prometheus, Covenant. Covenant was okay. What's up, everyone? How's everyone this evening? Undergroundies, hey man, sorry I need to run. Working tomorrow. Hey man, no problem. No problem. I know how it is. I know how it is when you're in with the hosties. But thank you so much, Jeff. Thank you. I really appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, Ripley. Oh, yes. Ripley's the fucking shit. Demolition Man, yeah, that's a classic. I'm just contemplating our inevitable death. What do you mean? Nah, not keen on Aliens films. What? How can you be not keen on Alien films? Jesus Christ. Who are you, Apollo? Who are you?